if you're from Central Virginia here, most of you probably are like me, it was a different place when we were growing up. I believe we have largely eliminated systemic racism. Largely. Institutional racism. By the Lord's grace, it's become socially unacceptable to be racist. Thank you. Thank the Lord for that. Now, we know prejudice and biases and discrimination, but we've largely eradicated it. So we've got this manufactured crisis that people want to blame on the president. We've also got the pandemic. Who could possibly blame the president for the pandemic? I believe voters will look at his first 3 years on what he's done in the economy, what he's done on jobs. We're coming back, open it up. I'm a big opener. Thankfully, y'all are open up people too. Look around. But open up. And it's hard for me to believe, to me it's a bridge too far, anybody who's in play, as you said, we know the hard left. Anybody who's in play goes, you know what, we've been a lot better off if Joe Biden was running this thing. Who could possibly think that's in play? So I was with a friend today. A supporter I was meeting with from Northern Virginia, having lunch, coffee with him, Connor and I. And this is a conservative Republican. He was telling me how much trouble the president is in because of the polls. And I said, they told us there was a 99% chance he was going to win. Lose last time. There wasn't one poll that said he had a chance. And I'm an optimist, and everything was said 99% chance he's going to lose. So I don't believe in it. I'll use crap, but I don't believe that crap. I'm part of that crap. So I believe he's going to win. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to work like we're behind. We work like we're underdogs. We don't take anything for granted. Dr. Gade, if you haven't heard his story, it's an incredible story. We spoke together at an event a couple of weeks ago up in Madison County. He's a fellow believer, and his story is just incredibly compelling. I believe we can win there too. Mark Warner barely beat Ed Gillespie. Barely. Hillary barely won Virginia last time. Remember when Obama ran, it was like, okay, the polls in Virginia have closed, we're calling Virginia for Obama. It went so late. Yep. We barely lost it last time. And if Ed Gillespie could almost beat Mark Warner, I don't mean that critical to Ed Gillespie, but I think we got a better candidate than Daniel Gage, so I'm very optimistic there as well. Just to speak to my race real quick, I'm sorry I've rambled on here a little bit, but people asked me going into the Democrat primary, who do you want to win? And who do you think's going to win? And I kept hearing about one of the other candidates who had all the money. He was the runner-up last time, and this was the one that was going to win. And I just said, I want the worst of the bunch to win. And I didn't know who that was. I wouldn't spend all I could say grace over with trying to win my own nomination. But I will tell you, I'm really glad to run against a Democrat now. Yeah. But I just wanted the worst one. Well, I think we got the worst one. He's endorsed by the squad. He's the only one endorsed by the squad. He's wrapped himself in the BLM movement. I don't mind saying, of course Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, blue lives matter, of course they do. As a born-again believer, I love, commanded by God, and hopefully in my heart, love everyone. We're all created in God's image. However, the BLM movement, if you have not been on that website, go on that website and see what they're about. They are radical on the LGBTQ thing. They are radical about they want to destroy the nuclear family. It's right on their website. They want to destroy the patriarchal structure of a family. They are a Marxist organization. They want to destroy this country, tear it down, and start over. That's what the organization is. So they've hijacked this issue, if you will, and they've taken where we have pockets of racism that we need to address. We've got work to do. There's the occasional rogue police officer who does something wrong. That's 0.1% of law enforcement, and they want to pretend that's the commonality there. And they're trying to profit off that issue. But my opponent's wrapped himself in that issue. He's no justice, no peace, defund the police, full funding of Planned Parenthood, free college, Green New Deal,